Find out what's going on. Get involved. Change things from the inside. Make a difference. Take pride. Multicultural at its best. The Luisa Marshall Show. Coming up.
Today, all you simply the best.
Get ready to be inspired as we take you to the incredible journey of Camille Munro.
Women are equally as powerful as men and are equally as intelligent.
She's charming. She's classy. She's cool. She's gorgeous and very smart.
Yes, we had
She's
about
Canada's
7 hours in total of rehearsal, so I feel amazing, and I know the other girls feel amazing as well.
The talented Miss World Canada 2013, Camille Munro from Regina, Saskatchewan, talks about her incredible journey.
So exciting, but I think overall, when I look back on my experiences, I met an amazing amount of people from across our country.
Her best moments and her unforgettable experience.
When I went to Ottawa, I was invited by one of the senators of Canada, and he spoke about me to the Senate, and was really...
Simply the best starts right now. Last year, we met the awesome Camille Munro from Regina, Saskatchewan at the very start of her journey as Miss World Canada delegate up to her winning the crown. Simply the Best is happy to have her back again on the show. Please watch.
A look back at Camille's incredible journey.
Women are equally as powerful as men and are equally as intelligent.
I was so excited to find out I was selected as a national finalist. Becoming a delegate meant many fundraising and hosting opportunities to facilitate my journey to the crown.
Bit of a shock on the stage, but I made sure that I prepared myself and had a great time while I was doing it, and so it's very exciting. This has been such an amazing experience, definitely getting to know other girls from across the country.
Becoming Miss World Canada 2013 also meant representing Canada on the international stage at the 63rd Annual Miss World Final held in Bali, Indonesia.
It's a very exciting time. I'll be leaving later this evening, and just everything leading up to this moment has been so new, and the experience is one that I probably will never have again, so I'm just taking it all in and enjoying every moment of it.
My name is Camille Munro. I am 23 years old, and I was born and raised in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I recently graduated from university with a Bachelor of Human Justice degree with honors.
Words cannot express my experiences at this amazing month-long competition, which began on September 3rd, 2013.
Yes, we had about 7 hours in total of rehearsal. So I feel amazing, and I know the other girls feel amazing as well. This routine was put together so well. It's a combination of Sumatra and Bali and Java and Maluku regions all put together. Yes, it's wonderful. So I feel great. It's a pleasure performing.
With finalists from over 137 countries, Camille placed 14th overall and also placed 5th in the talent final portion of the competition. 2013 marks the highest achievement in the history of Miss World Canada for placement at the Miss World competition. In the recently concluded Miss World Canada 2014, Camille was happy to share her love, her passion, and passes her crown to the next beauty with a purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you so much for being here this evening to share this final moment with me and to welcome all of the delegates of Miss World Canada 2014 as they embark on an incredible journey that is going to last them for the rest of their lives. I can testify to that, as you've seen, the incredible journey I have had this year being Miss World Canada 2013.
Camille, wow, finally we get to sit down and relax. How is your 1 year of your wonderful journey?
It was great. It was amazing. It was all of those good things,
Yes.
you know? Of course, you're not going to go through something like this, a journey like this, without having, maybe some times that aren't so exciting. But I think overall, when I look back on my experiences, I met an amazing amount of people from across our country and in other parts of the world. And I got to do a lot of things that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to do. So I think overall it was a good experience.
And there's a new Miss World Canada 2014. What can you say to the new queen?
I think the best piece of advice that I would give to her, if she's watching this evening, is to be yourself, to be genuine. She's going to embark on an amazing journey, not only as Miss World Canada within Canada, but also on the international stage at the Miss World competition. And I think that it's very important for her to stay true to herself and to be genuine throughout that whole process. You and I were speaking about that earlier. It's very easy to become wrapped up in a lot of false advertisement about yourself. And I think when you start to do that, you're no longer authentic and you're no longer representing those ideals that made you win in the first place. So I think that would be the best advice that I would have to her and to anyone really, is to just stay true to yourself.
So the best part of the day today was coming here and seeing all the work that Variety has been doing for the children of British Columbia. Fundraising for Variety for me specifically was a bit of a challenge since I do come from Saskatchewan. We do not have Variety in Saskatchewan, but it really taught me a lot about empowering the people of my community and getting them involved, even for children that are not from Saskatchewan, but realizing that the money I did raise is going to help Canadian citizens as a whole. So it was a great experience. The stories we heard, very heartwarming, and I'm glad I had this opportunity.
So what is the best part? What is the best part of your journey? What's your most favorite thing that happened to you as Miss World Canada?
That's a very good question. It's really hard to narrow it down to like one specific thing that I enjoyed the absolute most. Probably one of the most memorable experiences would be when I went to Ottawa. I was invited by one of the senators of Canada, and he spoke about me to the Senate. And what's really neat about that is everything that is spoken in the Senate, in at Parliament Hill is written in history forever and ever, right? Everything is recorded. And so knowing that I've now become a part of that history, and yeah, you know, it's so exciting. Yeah, exactly. So knowing that was a great experience, and probably something that I won't forget for many years to come. So
Lucky girl.
yeah, I was very fortunate. I was so lucky. Yeah, and I'd never been to Parliament Hill before. I'd never been to Ottawa, so that was a great experience, being invited out there as Miss World Canada and being able to have senators that represent our entire country hear about my accomplishments and my goals, and to learn about, you know, some of the things that I've been able to do this past year.
So what is the number one thing that you've done this past year that really changed your life, if there's any?
So I know at first this is going to seem a little weird, but I'll explain myself.
I like something weird. Come on.
When we were in Indonesia, in Bali, for the Miss World competition, we had the opportunity to take baby olive ridley turtles and to take them into the ocean and to guide these baby turtles into the ocean. What happens is on all of these beaches where thousands of tourists stomp and trample, build sandcastles on these beaches all year round, they disturb the natural habitat of these turtles, right? It's quite sad, actually. And as we know, olive ridley turtles are actually endangered. So these eggs that these turtles lay are very important and very vital. The resorts will take the eggs, they will hatch them in like a nursery, and then they will release them into the ocean. So as Miss World contestants, we had the opportunity to take those baby turtles that had just hatched and guide them into the water. Oh my goodness. It was an amazing experience. It's one of those things that make you really appreciate life, make you appreciate the delicacy of our ecosystem, of our world. And I think for a lot of us, I don't know, maybe it was because it was 5 o'clock in the morning, we were a little delusional, but for a lot of us, you know, it was just one of those moments, you know, one of those moments that you appreciate your life, your circumstances, where you are, how blessed you are to be there in that moment, you know? And it just, even talking about it gives me a little bit of chills, but, you know, it was just one of those things that you don't forget, and it teaches you lessons indirectly, and I think we all had similar experience that day.
And I take it that you probably have to really take your time to do that, right? How long did it take for, you know, for the little babies to go?
No, because their flippers are like this big, right? They fit into the palm of your hand, and they're just like swimming, trying to make it to the water. Oh my goodness. It's a lengthy process watching them, but from the second you hold them to when you release them, you feel this sense of pride because you've helped them, you know, get into the ocean. And I don't know if my turtle survived or if it was eaten or whatever. Oh, well, I'll never know.
Yeah, you can't do much.
You can't control it.
Can't control.
Often in life, there's those things you can't control. But it was one of those things, you know, that you're just watching them and you're thinking, wow, this is amazing. Nature's amazing. Human beings are amazing. This whole experience is just awesome, you know? So it was a good feel good moment.
That's great. So is there any girl in in your batch last year that you're still connecting with?
Mm-hmm. There is one delegate in particular. Her name's Alexis Chiliano.
Oh,
yeah.
Alexis.
Do you remember Alexis? Hi, Alexis. And she actually lives in Burnaby here in BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. And her and I have stayed in contact throughout this whole year. I've kind of shared some of my experiences with her. And since I've been here for a couple months. Her and I have been, you know, spending some time together and going shopping, going to movies and all that kind of stuff. So, and since I've been here, it's been nice to spend some time with her and have that pal, that friend that I can you know, share my thoughts and feelings with.
You can relate to.
That's right. She knows exactly everything that I'm doing. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you, Alexis, for being so hospitable and so awesome while I've been here.
We'll be back with Camille after the break. Don't go away.
Thank you. Wow, this has been the most exciting experience of my entire life.
very stressful, but very much fun, you know?
Throughout my journey as Miss World Canada, I have discovered the true essence of beauty with a purpose through partnerships with charitable organizations working to make a difference in Canada and around the world.
So what's next for you? What are your big plans? Now that you're free, not actually, because you still have a responsibility. You know, as Miss World Canada, you still have to, do a lot of duties. Is it? Please enlighten me.
Yes, no, that's the number one question that I've gotten probably these past 2 months is really what's next for you? What do you have on board? And as you said, like I will have Miss World Canada duties ongoing, probably for as long as I wish to engage different organizations or different people with the fact that I'm Miss World Canada 2013. I know in particular I do have a few engagements that I did commit to prior to my year reign being over. So in June, for example, I'll be heading out to Toronto to participate in a charity event for this dancing charity that I'm a part of. So that's something that's really exciting coming up for me. And so, I'll have a few different engagements here and there. Also Chinese New Year back in Saskatchewan next January. So there are certain things set up in the future. However, for everyday life, I will be heading back to Saskatchewan for now, and emphasis on for now.
They need you there for now. For now.
And I have a position with the RCMP in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. I remember that.
You remember that? Yeah. So I will be heading back there. I'm really excited. I miss some of my friends that I worked with before, so I'll be working there for a while and kind of, go where the wind takes me after that. Yeah.
That's nice. I know a lot of people love you, Camille.
You're definitely right. There's so many people to thank, and when I sit and think about it, I almost get a little bit teary-eyed because I've had so much support from so many different people I just meet that just want to jump on board. Even you, you guys have been amazing my whole journey, always keeping in touch and in the loop. That's just been amazing, so thank you. But I would like to say a strong thank you to my mom, Sharon Ann Brown. Hi, Sharon Ann! I want to thank her. She has been behind me and beside me every step of the way since, late fall 2012 when I found out that I was going to be a delegate for 2013, and she's been there 100% helping me with everything, organizing things behind the scene, being my assistant, my shoulder, my punching bag, my best friend, my everything. Yeah, well, you got everything, a little bit of mix of everything. Plus my mom, all on top of that, right? I obviously want to thank my dad as well, Brent Munro. Hi, Dad. He's also been a big support. My boyfriend has been a huge support as well. All my family and friends back home, my gown sponsors, Flirt Formal Fashions and Natalia K Designs. They have been amazing. Every time you see me step out on a red carpet in a gown, in a cocktail dress, in an original designs gown, they're all from those two ladies that work out of Flirt Formal Fashions. They've been incredible in outfitting me, making sure that I'm on trend with my gowns and everything. So off the top of my head, those are, the people I want to thank the most. Of course, like you said, there's so many others, and, it is my hope that I can thank them as I see them again throughout my life. So, but yeah.
So you're flying back to Saskatchewan tomorrow.
Yes.
What is the number one thing that you're going to do? What's the first thing that you're going to do when you get back home? I'm sure you are so excited to go home.
Yes. I'm going to sleep in my bed. I know that sounds crazy. I haven't slept in my bed in months and months and months. It's hard. I've been from hotel room to hotel room across this country, across other countries. And, as glamorous as a life as it seems at first, you do miss the comforts of your own home after a while, I'm also going to drive my car. I want to take my car to the car wash and make it all nice and drive it around the city.
You have to send me a footage of you driving your car, okay? And maybe your mom can take a footage of you sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
Just want to make sure that you're doing what you said that you're gonna do.
You know, coming back from Indonesia, people ask me, "What's the first thing you're gonna do?" Because I was there for a month, and then I was in Hong Kong for about 3 or 4 days. And so they asked me, "What's the first thing you're gonna do when you get back to Canada?" And I said, "Have a Tim Hortons coffee." You know, it's those silly things that we take for granted on a daily basis, but it's those simple things that you really do learn to appreciate, and that kind of put things into perspective when you are kind of here and there and everywhere. So, yeah.
Oh, Camille, you're truly Miss World Canada. You're an awesome girl. Thank you so much. And wow, more power to anything that you're going to do in your life. I'm sure you're going to be spreading more love and more awareness. Beauty with a purpose is the right thing to do, right?
Absolutely, it totally is. I think no matter what you do in your life, whatever path you choose, whether you're an entertainer, a medical professional, a lawyer, whatever, I think there's always room in everyone's life to help other people. I've said this before, and I'm going to be a broken record and keep saying it again. Say it again, yeah. I believe that God gave us two hands, one to help ourselves and one to help other people. And I think that even if every person on this planet did one good thing in their life, that's a lot of good, right? That's a lot of help, that's a lot of love being spread throughout our world. So I think that I want to keep that in mind. I hope others are inspired by things that I've said and keep that in their minds, in the back of their mind. And together, you know, we can help shape a better future for ourselves and our children and their children and their children and on and on.
Oh, we love you, Camille. We're going to miss you. We're going to miss you. But I'll see you on Facebook.
Yes, I'll see you on Facebook. That's right.
And Sharon, too. I'll see Sharon on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you, girl. More power. All the best to you.
Thank you so much.
We're so proud of Camille. Amazing girl. Thanks for watching. Please don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Always be kind. Let's stop bullies. Mwah.